Hello everybody, Joe Thomas here. A much quieter Molineux now that the game is over, and as you can see, the stands are empty and the players have finished their warm down. Very windswept and a little bit cold after a really disappointing day for Everton. This has been a December though we've seen so much good from the club, so much good on the pitch. It started with those 4 wins and 4 clean sheets as Everton wiped out that 10-point deduction and got out of the relegation zone. It's ended a little bit frustratingly really. They weren't at the races today. I think this was ultimately a game too far for a squad that we know is stretched, we know is paper thin, and has had a hectic fixture list. You know, after those 4 wins, obviously you had the battling penalty defeat loss to Fulham, and then those 2 games at Tottenham Hotspur and against Manchester City where they really pushed top quality opponents to the edge but didn't quite get there in terms of a positive result. This time last Saturday we're finishing up at Spurs, and in that defeat I think Sean Dyche was justified when he said that was arguably one of the best performances Everton put in under him, even with the scoreline, the Blues going down 2-1. Well, this was probably the worst, one of the worst, not just of this month, but probably for quite some time under Sean Dyche. Everton just weren't playing. I think this was a game too far for them. Matheus Cunha in the middle for Wolves absolutely ran the show. 12 months ago he was a target for Frank Lampard's Everton. I think we all understood why they didn't move him when we saw the £40 million deal that Wolves put together for him. But he's grown with Wolves into this Premier League season and he was absolutely excellent. So they scored one, set up another, and was just a constant menace for a side that was just first to everything. They won most of the tackles in midfield and they were a constant threat. Like I say, scored 3, had the ball in the back of the net 2 more times. Jordan Pickford made another couple of saves as well. Speaking of James Tarkowski in the tunnel just now, and you know, he agrees when he obviously makes the point that Everton end this year stronger than they started. You think back to 12 months ago and just where this club was back then, and even back to the summer, and obviously that survival win over Bournemouth that was so crucial to this club and its stability. Dyche has really built on that, and I think that as disappointing as today is, we need a little bit of perspective as we look back on this game. Probably a game too far for a stretch side. There's a lot of work to do this season, a lot of work to do this January, but ultimately progress has been made, and hopefully they can continue to build on those foundations once these players have had a little bit of a rest over what's a much quieter January.